Okay. Alright, let's go for a night ride. So, just come back from Shoppers, get my asthma medication, and I don't know if there's too many asthmatics out there. Well, I know there's a lot of asthmatics out there, but how many of them are choosing exercise and fresh air as one way to control it? It does help. Certainly getting out of the house helps. Getting a bit of cardiovascular, not too much, helps. But it's kind of one of those things, if you exercise a lot and, you know, and stay within what you can do, it does get better. Absolutely. Even in the cold. Because I talk like I'm also an avid skier, been a ski instructor. Well, up until about 5 years ago. Until I moved to Sudbury, actually. And, yeah. It's actually, I noticed, because my asthma was always better in the wintertime, except for the beginning of the season. Even in the cold, because the cold can trigger it. And of course, you know, when you look into it, there's plenty of athletes have the same kind of problem. It seems to be related or centered around food allergies, like some kind of food sensitivity. I can feel it. I just gotten over it. I mean, I had bacon and eggs a couple of days ago, and then it kind of not feel so good, and then I go take my puffers, and I was out, and I take this other stuff called Wixella, and I was out of that too. Rad bear. All right, let's go. That's a little too radical. Snow's kind of soft. So yeah, we'll just cross the tracks here. But yeah, then so I took a couple of puffs just now, feeling a lot better. Whew, nice to breathe. Bye. Oh, so my new light. Just installed a 1000 lumen lamp that runs off my battery, that is controlled with the switch. I had to put a relay. The switch is attached to the relay, and then the relay turns on, draws power from the battery through a converter, because the lamp is 12 volts. Train. Should be a nice night for a ride. It's just right around 0, not freezing. Air is nice and still. Hopefully it looks good on the GoPro. It's the first time I ride at night. And it's the first ride with this lamp, and it's pretty bright. I love it. I'm glad it worked out. There's a story behind that. Was I didn't pay close enough attention to the power needed to, like, from the battery, because the Bafang motor has leads for lamps, but they're only half an amp. Where this one draws 2 amps. And when I got it and I realized, I go, uh-oh. And so then I had to figure out, well, how am I going to do this? And then I did some more research, and I found a way to do it with a relay. A relay is just basically an electrical signal that turns on and off. Kind of like the same way as your blinkers. Or your lights in your car. It's the same principle. And the converter brings the voltage from 48 volts down to 12 volts. So you have to wire that up properly. And I was pretty happy when I hit the switch and it worked. Because, you know, it's not a very complicated circuit, but you got to do it right. Still a mess though. The snow removal is pretty bad, so I'll just avoid, well, the sidewalks, whatever, but I'm just going to avoid the main roads and just stick to the side roads. You can see the water's starting to freeze, so right at 0 right now, probably -1. So these tires, the studded tires, are really going to come in and help handy. So we'll just go through the park, Bell Park, check out the scenery. I prefer it when it's frozen, really, though. Oh, what's this? Looks like there's a skating path up there. Yeah, this light works really good. All right. Oh, that's security. Looks nice. Dude, I wish all the trails were open like this. Still got pretty good control with the studded tires. And then this light works really good. Right, so I also have an Amazon affiliate store where in my comments section or in the description you can purchase these parts like that. And if you're not sure how to wire this up, just let's say if you were to purchase this, I mean, I don't have any problems walking somebody through it. I don't want to put the directions because I don't want to have my directions be misunderstood and then something blows up. Kind of have to do things one. You got to think of it like a, you know, it's hard to explain to wire it up, but walking someone through it would be a much easier thing to do. Tempted to go on that skating rink. Open her up, but well, I'm not gonna bother. Just keep going straight. Yeah, looks like you get half all the way around the lake. It's nice science north up ahead. Nice scenic ride. In the summertime I don't go on here, it's just too many people here. Yeah, this is closed. All right. Okay, so I'll head back, I guess. Bike path is on the side, covered in snow. It's nice to breathe again. Yeah, so I ran out, like, my medication ran out over the weekend, and it's like, so I've been like a couple of days there where I was like, it gets worse. And what happens, it ramps up slowly, like I can, you know, the breathing becomes more and more difficult, and usually at night. And like after about 3 days, like of feeling like combination of being triggered, and because not normally as bad as it is, but like I'm gonna think maybe it's bacon, maybe it's an ingredient in bacon, I don't know, because it seems like when I have bacon this happens. And then you know, so I get lightheaded after a couple of days, and then it gets very uncomfortable, and eventually I'll have to go to the hospital. Now I haven't had to do that in a while, because last thing I want to do is go into a hospital with breathing difficulties, you know, especially during the COVID season, because I would hate to be misunderstood. It's pretty clear it's been like this all my life. It's not a misunderstanding for me, but I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'll just loop back this way. But I don't know if there's any other people that are having this. I'm gonna title this on YouTube there, and you know, include asthma as a tag, so people who are, kind of encourage them, you know, get out, get some exercise. It really does help. It really does. It's you know, just, I think staying in and being sedentary, it just makes it makes it worse. Like, if I go out every day, just bring up my heart rate, bring up my cardio, not an excessive amount, like not, you know, not because, you know, but just you know, elevated, and it really seems to be the best medicine. Well, I mean, as far as like the severity is lessened, and then I don't have to take my rescue inhaler as much. I take the other one, the steroid medicine, which Advair. The Advair is good because it has both the rescue inhaler and the steroid combined, so I get relief from the Advair as well. And I have it pretty bad, guys. I'm saying, you know, like, I'm when I get tested for my like when I go in and they give me the test, and I'm at the bottom of the scale there. I'm like old man dying kind of breathing when I'm really bad. So it's really important that I keep that under control. And if it means like not eating bacon anymore, well, hey, I'll see you later, bacon. As hard as that is. But I'm not 100% sure. I think it's an ingredient in bacon. Like, I might have to get, you know, Mennonite bacon, where it's got no nitrates or whatever the hell it is that caused it. But see, hot dogs are fine. I eat hot dogs, no problem. So it's not necessarily the pork or the whatever the common ingredients are between the two. It just seems to be bacon. So there's something about bacon. Oh, looks good. Anyway, let's so yeah, that's what I got to deal with. And a lot of it has to my choice in career. I mean, I can't be I can't be around diesel fumes. I can't be around construction. I need to be in an environment that's filtered, or and live music don't have that problem. I don't have problems with when I'm doing a show. I don't have sudden asthma problems as compared to, like, if I worked construction when I was younger, I'd you know, get a job drywalling or painting. After 3 days, I'm sick as a dog, and then the asthma gets bad. It was the same around diesel fumes. So any kind of, gotta stay away from all that shit. God, when I was in the Philippines, in Manila, there's the diesel hangs in the air. Man, my asthma was bad. But I was in the southern part of the Philippines where the air was clean, it was good. And then I went and spent a couple days in Manila, and oh no, not good. So that's my life story, boys, ladies and gentlemen, in case anybody cared. I don't often talk about it, but just now, I just talking about it now because I just finally got my prescription there and was ready, and I figure I'll make a video. The ride in the dark. Fingers are getting a little cold. Not the best gloves for this. The other thing is, what the cold and the temperature and the battery, I'm not really noticing hardly any degradation over the cold. Like when I was at, for instance, I was at the doctor's, like when I was getting my script and everything, my bike was like locked up for about an hour, and I turned it on and it didn't drop any voltage. And now it's 83. This is about right, you know. I think I dropped like maybe 10-15% just on this ride, and it's a 0. Oh, you know, I think it could be just the battery. There's nothing special about this battery. It's a 13 amp hour battery. I had to purchase this one because it's the only one that fits, because my triangle on this bike is small. And you can see, like, it's pretty high. It's pretty good. It could be depending on the manufacturer. I like the trains. So this is a junction here. It's part of the Cross Trans-Canada or whatever, trail line, whatever they call it, rail line. Oh, pick it up on the way home. Bike's running great still. I really like this setup. No one's coming. Okay. Right on. So we'll just keep doing this. Just keep taking these rides. Hopefully this looks good. Yeah, so if you like these videos, just like and subscribe and shout out, you know. If you're in the area, let's hook up. Oh, hey. Holy fuck, dude. That asshole saw me too. Fuck, how can you not see me? Fuck. Asshole drivers, man, like what the hell? It's so fucking ridiculous. Pardon my language, might have to, but that's maddening. Okay, well, I'll leave it right here. I'm gonna head back to home base. So, yeah, there's another adventure. We made it alive. We'll see you again.